Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a few weeks. How was your holidays? I hope they were good. Today, we're going to be talking about Emo Daniel Larson / Napoleon Dynamite again. Yes, we're talking about Brandon Brootal again. After my first video on the guy, people in the comments brought it to my attention that he had actually been arrested again. My video went up in October. He had actually been committed back to jail in August of 2024 and got released November 18th of 2024. So just a little bit after my initial video on him and just in time for the holidays. So Brandon is out on parole, and I'm willing to bet he's gonna violate it again at some point. But since his release, he's been making a ton of videos on YouTube of all places, which kind of surprised me. I figured he would go back to TikTok or Instagram or something like that. He's uploaded a few videos. I'm not gonna go through all of them because, to be brutally honest, pun not intended, they're not all that noteworthy to me. Alright, let's get into it. So if you remember, Brandon had made threats against the school that got him into trouble with the law. And the reason he did that is because reportedly a bunch of teens were mocking him near the school and were calling him a chomo. And he did not like that at all. And decided that the reasonable thing to do was to make a threat against the school. Obviously, I don't need to tell you why that is a horrible fucking idea. And Brandon, I would say he learned it the hard way, but I don't think that lesson was hard enough for him because he decided to upload a video of him bragging about being near a school, across the street from one, and then actually going up to the school and physically touching the building. Not the brightest move, even if we ignored the pedo accusations against him. It definitely doesn't come off as weird or like they're trying to overcompensate for something. I gotta thank Major Chilla for having a copy of the video because apparently Brandon deleted it, but one of Chilla's homies had recorded it and he posted it raw and unedited in his video, so we're gonna have to take a look at it from there. The link to Chilla's video will be in the description if you haven't already seen it.
I'm near a school. What are you gonna do? Near a school. It's elementary school. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm near a school. Oh. Oh, you can't do nothing because the police don't have an issue with it because they know I'm not a sicko, so you.
Imagine being in your 30s, filming a TikTok bragging about being outside of an elementary school, and thinking that somehow proves that you didn't ask for, as you put it in the screenshot, naughty pictures from what you thought was a minor. Now I'm just imagining some random person walking down the sidewalk. Maybe they just bought some lottery tickets or a pack of smokes from a nearby convenience store and they're just going on about their day. And they see this loud, obnoxious 30-plus-year-old man filming a video bragging about being in front of a school. What do you think would go through their head in that scenario? Also, his defense, if I can even call it that, really sounds like something Cyrax would say. Because Cyrax would say that if he's a PDF, why isn't he in jail? Like, both have to be true simultaneously. They don't have to be, but it'd be nice if they always were. Unfortunately, Rax ain't in jail because Ohio's laws about this just suck. But that's a whole other topic that's been beaten to death already, to be brutally honest. God damn it, I gotta stop saying that. Shit. That was not intentional. He said the police know he's not a sicko, but as far as I know, they've never investigated him for that, nor do I believe the cops have actually seen the sting operation that was done on him. I'm no lawyer, so I'm not even sure if that could be used in court at this point, but I don't think the cops would say that you're not something, especially if they haven't investigated it. And if they did investigate and didn't find anything, they would probably just say that we found no evidence of you doing blank, and I don't even know if they would even tell you that. But again, it just feels like something a certain Akron goblin would say. The video goes on from there.
What are you gonna do? I'm near a school. What are you gonna do? I'm not attracted to I never looked at that. I never did, never will. I'm touching it. You're fake. I'm emo. I'm real emo. You're a fake poser. I'm emo. Okay, I'm a real emo. I've been into emo since 2008, so I'm an elder emo. So, let me touch the actual school so I can piss you off more. And guess what? The police aren't gonna do anything after this. Ha ha! What are you gonna do?
Elder Emo? That sounds like a homebrew D&D shitpost monster. I should write that down, actually. That's kind of good. Even if I didn't have the context of who Brandon is, this would still be weird as shit to me. And I think he realized that since he deleted it. Either he knew it made him look really bad, or he got called out in the comments section so hard that he just couldn't take it anymore. Maybe it's a combination of both. But according to Chilla, he did say that his phone activity is being monitored by the cops, so he may have been concerned about posting that video, because the cops probably saw it, or was worried they would see it. And now I'm wondering if they have any conditions in his parole by him not being within a certain distance of a school, or did it only apply to this particular school that he made a threat against? I couldn't find any screenshots that mentioned if there were any, like, stipulations, is that the right word, for his parole, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm just wondering. But that's the end of the videos, at least as far as I know, of him going to schools. So fucking weird. But I was going to end the video here, but then I saw something very interesting and also hilarious in Brandon's uploads. Let's take a look at that. So 2 weeks ago at the time I'm recording this, Brandon decided to upload a video of him talking about Daniel Larson and how Daniel's a PDF and deserves the death penalty, which are statements that coming from anybody else would not raise an eyebrow, but this is Brandon we're talking about here. First thing that I found that was interesting about this video is the comments are disabled. And at first I thought that maybe it's because people were roasting him and pointing out that he and Daniel are in the same boat. But when I looked at some other videos on his channel, it looks like he just has comments disabled across the board. But this video about Daniel Larson is barely 5 minutes long, so let's just see what Brandon says.
Let's get into the serious stuff, okay? Now, I don't usually say someone's a pedo unless I know for sure, okay? So, because sometimes, you know, people can be falsely accused, or a hacker could use someone's profile to talk dirty to a minor to where it looks like them, but it wasn't. But there is overwhelming evidence that he is one.
Did you catch that? He tried to insert the hacker thing in there because if you remember, that was one of his defenses when he got busted.
There's some other stuff that that seems like I said, but I didn't, because there's Photoshop. What I want everybody to know is I don't trust recordings, I don't trust videos, I don't trust screenshots, because anyone can fake a screenshot.
When that excuse failed, he broke out the old unreliable, my account got hacked.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Hacker hacked my old Facebook. That's why I have a new Facebook. A hacker had my old Facebook and used that Facebook to harass people and talk to minors. So the hacker was the one who used my old Facebook to talk to that minor and to ask that minor, that 15-year-old, for nudes. I wasn't the one asking her for nudes. I wasn't the one talking to her that way. The hacker who had my old Facebook profile was the one doing that.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
When he was asking her pictures from what he thought was a minor. I bet he brought that up as a way to try and defend himself and deflect in case anybody brought that up in the comments. Like, I see what you're doing, Brandon. You ain't slick. And like I said, if this was anyone else mentioning how screenshots can be doctored and fake, that wouldn't be like a red flag or anything, because it is possible to do that. But because I'm calling him Daniel now, god damn it. They really are too much alike. But because Brandon has changed the story so much, him claiming that the screenshots are fake or doctored or whatever doesn't hold up to me. But let's go back to this video.
Like them, but it wasn't. But there is overwhelming evidence that he is one, because there is an unedited, untampered with video of him admitting he did better things, okay? He admitted to flashing minors, talking dirty to them, jerking, hooking off one of the pictures, I think, but and also wanting to meet up with one for sex, and all this other nasty stuff. That's so disgusting, yo. But yeah, and he sent news of himself to Meyer. Oh, he's nasty as hell. Now, all that stuff, I do not condone at all. I condemn all that sicko stuff. Anything even slightly pedo, I condemn. I do not like it at all. Do not want any part of that nasty stuff.
Funny, because we have screenshots of you asking for naughty pics from what you thought was a minor. I'm gonna throw them up on screen right now, just in case anyone needs a reminder. And you've changed the story multiple times to try and defend yourself in such a way where it makes you look beyond guilty. This is the textbook definition of the pot calling the kettle black.
But the thing is, like, I don't know whether or not he's on a sex registry. He needs to be on one if he's not, because he's a danger to kids, yo. He's a danger to minors. Because he's just a guy.
Sorry, I don't intend to keep pausing like this, but you know how I said this is the textbook definition of the pot calling the kettle black? Apply that to what you just heard, because Brandon, you threatened to up a school, man. Like, come on, dude. You're also a threat to kids, and people in general, to be honest. Also, I don't usually criticize people for how they talk, but what is up with the way he's inflecting and enunciating his words? It feels very odd and weird, and it makes the video come off as less serious than I think he intends it to be. Like, it actually is a little uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on. Because I've seen him talk normally before, so I don't know, is it just he's nervous because he knows that people are going to call him out for this? Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm not trying to play armchair psychologist here. And if he's trying to be funny by acting weird, it'd be one thing, because I'm not against injecting a bit of levity into a video covering sick shit like this to help make it more palatable, but this just ain't it, Chief. I'm gonna fast forward a bit because he starts mumbling and rambling and nothing of interest really happens here. But what comes up after this is why he really made this video. He's not even trying to be subtle about it.
Okay, now the thing is, I do not deserve to get harassed or bullied or people make mean comments to me. Daniel Larson deserves all that, okay? He did stuff and admitted to it. So, like, if you want to harass me or make bad comments to me or kick me out of, like, emo groups or whatever, do it to him. Go harass Daniel Larson instead. Make comments to him and harass him instead, okay? All right?
You both deserve it. Daniel's already either in prison or in a mental institution. I haven't been keeping up with Daniel, so don't quote me on that. I don't know if he's been transferred to a mental care facility or what, and I don't feel like looking it up right now. Yes, if we did compare Brandon to Daniel, you could definitely make the argument that Daniel has done way more heinous shit, especially when it comes to predo tendencies, from what we know and what we've seen so far out of Brandon. But that doesn't magically let Brandon off the hook. This is like if I said, oh, an eastern diamondback rattlesnake's venom is less dangerous than a black mamba bite. Therefore, getting bit by the diamondback is no big deal. You don't need to worry about getting to a hospital if you're ever bitten. That's not how that works. Get your ass to a hospital. ASAP. Why am I making an analogy about snakes? Is because I've been watching a bunch of videos about snakes. But anyway, both Daniel and Brandon both deserve to be called out for what they've done. Brandon, you cannot deflect this. It's not gonna go away, man. But he goes on to say that Daniel should be, quote, put down for the predo stuff. And like I said, if this was coming from anybody else, I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. But I could summarize the entire video as,
Daniel Larson is a piece of shit and a predator and should get the death penalty. You should be harassing him because he's worse than me.
That's the main takeaway from this video. I just want to highlight something else at the end here because it's funny.
And also, don't message me on any of my social media accounts because, again, I don't message minors. I don't want to. Like, this is not reverse psychology, okay? So, I can't receive messages from anyone until I do something with my phone because the parental controls that were put on my phone to keep me from making, like, more threats.
Did he say there's a parental lock on his phone that prevents him from making threats? Is that what he said? It was kind of hard to hear him. Let me rewind that and boost the audio.
So, I can't receive messages from anyone until I do something with my phone because the parental controls that were put on my phone to keep me from making, like, more threats.
I can't tell if he said keep me from making like more threats or if he said keep you from making like more threats. It's a little unclear what he meant there, what he said. If it was the first interpretation of what he said, was that a Freudian slip? Anyway, that was the end of the video. The rest of his channel consists of him talking about how to be emo and talking about metalcore bands and a style that goes with it and being emo in general. He also has videos about skateboarding tips and a video on his favorite anime characters, which is mostly about Broly. Which if you remember when he was brawling with his dad, he said, "I'm Broly," which will never not be funny to me. You know what? Roll the fucking clip.
So you talking?
No. No, I'm trying to get ready for bed and you're interrupting me.
Interrupting for you to go to bed? Dude, what I come here for? I'm in my room. My TV full blast. I hear you.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
And so you were going to bed, and so you got to talk to yourself when you go to bed? We're going to talk about this, man. You guys stop talking. You got to motherfucker, you motherfucker. I'm Broly! Hit me, come on, hit me. You're out here. Good. Hit me, motherfucker. Hit me. Come on. Hit me. Hit your dad. Motherfucker. He's not. Motherfucker, your dad? Fuck me. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You go to bed? Get the fuck out of here.
No, you interrupted my life.
Get the fuck.
No. Because I have. You can't do that to a disabled person.
You shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Please. Shut up, your fucking ass. Fucking up in here. I can't take shit anymore. I can't hear you go to bed. I tell you shut the fuck up. I said nuts. You start arguing with me. You start fucking some shit.
Yeah, because people watching
you
my
know what
video.
Fuck you about your video. Fuck you and your video.
I'm Broly!
You're on medicine. You're on medicine. You're out of here. 4 days. Get the fuck to your room. Get in here.
I'm not taking medicine because it shuts down my sex
Get
drive.
the fuck out of here. Then you get the fuck out of here. Your phone's turned off tomorrow. You're done. Good night.
Well, I'm gonna steal from people who pay the phone bill.
Whatever, get your fucking time.
I almost thought about going through that video too about him talking about his favorite anime characters, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at this. Now that I'm thinking about it, going back to him making a video on Daniel Larson, didn't Nova Online do the exact same thing? I think that was his Hour of Joy podcasting. He tried to do one on Daniel Larson. It's really weird how these people throw others under the bus that are in the same boat as them, as if that's gonna somehow save them. I'm not gonna bother including any links to his channel, nor am I gonna even tell you the name of it, because he has 200 subs too many in my opinion. And besides, even if you wanted to go over there to mess with them, he's disabled comments across the board, so you can't really do much. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video, and I just want to ask you guys something. How long do you think it'll be before he makes a threat again and gets thrown back in jail? Or as he calls it, the penis farm. That is one of the funniest descriptions of jail. I'm sorry. Fucking penis farm. That's just too good. But for real though, place your bets in the comments, and you guys have a good one.